premier sports video podcast, the Three Quarters Podcast. As usual, jump onto the hashtag 3QP. Let us know what your sporting interests are and what you'd like to see on the show. I'm Janina Duffield.
And I'm Ngara Kamuya.
So, bad man of the week. This game, I think, I'm not going to compare people with their past performances.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anyone played as well as they've been playing, before. And that sometimes happens in a tough game. I mean, you had Eden Aguero playing very well for Harlequins, but we've seen better.
We've seen better, yeah.
We had, William Baka and Frank Wanyama with some strong runs, but yes, we've seen better.
Yes.
Even Philip Wakoraj.
Yeah.
Yes, he scored 2 of the 3 tries.
Yes.
And kicked over, I think, all the conversions, but again, we've seen better. Dan Sikuta.
Yes.
Stood out for me from the Cabra side, and Brian Tanga as well stood out for me.
Yeah.
I was very torn between those two.
Yeah.
But I will give it to Brian Tanga.
Yeah.
Just getting his guys running and catching Quins on the back foot. The quick thinking, I think that made a lot of a difference throughout the game.
Yeah. I mean, I don't dispute the fact that Brian Tanga had an exceptional game over the weekend. Dan Sikuta, it's very good to add that. Actually noticed the Cabras back row. Claudia Hannes, Dan Sikuta, and George Nyambua actually had a very good game. And primarily, okay, granted, when you look at the back row, you always look at the breakdown. But primarily from a ball carrying perspective and the continuity and how mobile they were, it was very entertaining to see that from back rows. Brian Tanga, yes, of course, we've talked about it, but I just feel, for me, it was Philip Wakoraj. The reason being, even his 2 tries, they're not really gifts. He had to create something off it. And while we've seen him doing it a lot, whether it's international or for Cabras, he still had some solid runs. He still broke a couple of tackles. He still made a few meters, or gained a couple of yards for his team. And then his 2 tries and 3 conversions. That's why I feel Philip Wakoraj would be my bad man of the week.
Yep, so very well done to those 2.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone would dispute those.
No.
I don't think. No. Anyway, so we move on to the shorter version of the game.
Yeah.
So we had the Sydney Sevens happening. And I mean, our boys didn't do too well. But I still think we're getting there. We're getting there eventually. So pool stages, they played against Canada, lost 14-24. Then lost against USA 0-41.
Yeah.
Like that was a big one. That was a big one. Also, just the fact that Mike Friday was also our coach. And then we lost to France 40-17. France is not a core team, if I have it right.
It's not,
So that one, I don't think people expected us to lose. I think it just got to a point where fatigue started settling in and, as it happens on the circuit.
Yes.
So we ended up going to the Challenge Trophy semi-finals, lost to Wales 14-19, then lost to Tonga, who were an invitational side, 2017. So we picked up 1 point.
Yes.
And we are on the log, the overall log, we are still 13.
Yeah.
I think the boys are still going at it. It's just, it gets to a point, yes, you do get tired. I don't think they're used to that intensity, like week in, week out.
Yes.
But, what do you think?
Look, with what we've been given, and it's nothing by there about the talent of these boys. I think it's more to do with exposure. Everything in life is about experience. Experience is the best teacher. And very many of these boys are having their first run out in these tournaments, or this season is actually their first. So it's going to be hard, or it's going to take time before we can actually see the results we want to see. But it just goes back to, like you're saying, fatigue. It just goes back to what we've kept on talking about. With no money, there's nowhere we're going to go. Because we can't hire, the top SNCs. These guys cannot be working on their fitness 24/7 like we've seen before. And of course, then their endurance levels are going to drop. And if you can't do that, then you can't have back-to-back, performances like what we would have expected to see. So it goes back to what, when I hear guys coming up with flimsy excuses, you need money at the end of the day to run this sport, whatever sport it is. So this results is just because we don't have money. It's nothing else. And if that is the case, or rather, not the case, it is the case.
Not if.
It is the case. So all this is happening just because we don't have money, and it's not translating to results. Or it's translating to results that
we don't want.
So, look, at the end of the day, we give kudos to the guys who don the shirt or don the jersey and go out there to represent their country. But let's just be honest with ourselves. And my fear, you just talked about it, France is not a core team. Tonga is an invitational side. We are losing to guys that we beat on a normal basis.
Yep.
We lose our core status.
That's the biggest worry.
That's a bigger picture, and that's what I think guys should be looking at. We might be headed towards the way of losing. We might be headed the way of us guys losing our core status.
Actually, I think we're almost like bottom 4, and the bottom 2 are Zimbabwe and I don't know who.
So the core teams, of course, are the last.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. Anyway, well done to the boys.
Yeah.
We hope things will be sorted out in due time so that we can start performing better at least.
The way we should be performing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we move on to international, the international rugby scene, and now we're looking at Six Nations.
Yeah.
So because we weren't here last week,
Yeah.
this is how week 1 went.
Yes.
We had France versus Wales, Wales taking that 24-19. Then we had Scotland versus Italy, Scotland taking that 33-20.
Yeah.
Then we had Ireland versus England, England taking that 32-20. And in week 2, which is now the week that's just gone past, we had Scotland versus Ireland, Ireland winning that 22-13.
Yeah.
I know Ireland fans are very happy.
Yes.
Then we've got, we had Italy versus Wales, Wales taking that 26-15. And we had England versus France, which was like a walkover, 44-8 to England.
To England.
Yes.
England. Hey, now the fans are talking. Wherever you go and you meet an English fan,
I
they
can
are really
imagine.
talking. Of course, because it's a World Cup here also. But yeah, I mean, the first game they beat Ireland, and it was a very convincing performance from England, by the way, I must say that. I mean, the highlight of week 1, of course, was France giving up their lead and Wales winning that game in the dying minutes. Week 2, Scotland versus Ireland was the big fixture, if you ask me. Ireland, it's good to see them back on winning ways, because remember, towards the tail end of last year, they were the most formidable team. If you ask me, they were the best team in 2018. They were the best team in 2018. So, first game of the Six Nations, they lose at home. So it's good to see them bounce back against Scotland. Italy versus Wales, that was kind of expected. Italy just participate, but it's good. I mean, the standards of rugby increasing. Then England versus France, that was supposed to be the big game of the weekend, and England just wiping France. France are very erratic. That's the problem. Like, one day they're performing very well, the next day are like, what the hell happened? Yeah, but England, Eddie Jones, it's good to get the momentum going in a World Cup here.
Yeah.
But you just hope that they don't burn out quickly before the World Cup actually gets here.
Yeah.
Or they don't suffer too many injuries before the World Cup gets here.
Yeah. Let's hope that squad is really big.
Yes.
Anyway, week 3, this is how it's going to look. France versus Scotland, Wales versus England, and Italy versus Ireland. How do you think those games are going to go?
France versus Scotland, Scotland for me. Wales versus England. Yeesh, that's going to be the game. But I just think England.
I was going to put my money on England too.
Yeah, England will be too much firepower. And the last one is Italy versus Ireland. Ireland, definitely. That one, yeah.
Yep. But what do you guys think? You guys watch Six Nations and put it all over your statuses. I keep seeing that on WhatsApp, on everywhere, on Instagram. But we're on social media too.
Yeah.
So remember, you can follow us on social media by following us on Instagram, liking our page on Facebook, and subscribing to our YouTube channel. I'm Jemima Duffield.
And I'm Nara Kamuya.
See you in part 2.